Look at you. The sun goes down, you put on your little fleece pajamas, you brush your teeth, and you crawl into your expensive memory foam mattress. You pull the weighted blanket over your shoulders and think, finally, time to rest, time to recharge my batteries.
Recharge. Deadass? You think you're a Tesla, bro? You think you're just plugging into the wall for a gentle top-off?
Let me violently shatter that cozy little illusion for you. Sleep is not a spa day for your brain. Sleep is a high-stakes biological hostage situation. You are not resting. You are systematically powering down your consciousness because your meat suit is so fundamentally flawed, so terribly designed that if you stay awake for more than 48 hours, it will literally start eating itself. Sleep isn't a break. Sleep is a free, mandatory 8-hour trial of human death. And you subscribe to it every single night, just so you don't rot alive. Let's break down the nightmare. Phase 1 of your nightly death trial is the physical shutdown. When you close your eyes, your brain realizes that you are a complete liability. If your body was allowed to move while your mind was offline, you would literally walk out of a window or fight a ceiling fan. So your brain chemically drugs you. It releases neurotransmitters called GABA and glycine straight into your brainstem. This completely severs the connection between your brain and your spinal cord. You are medically paralyzed. You are soft-locked. You couldn't move a toe right now if your apartment was on fire. Think about the evolutionary stupidity of this design. Imagine explaining this to a predator in the wild. Hey, Mr. Tiger, I know I'm made of pure protein, but I'm gonna go ahead and become completely paralyzed and unconscious in a dark cave for 8 hours. Please don't eat me, bro. We spend 1/3 of our entire lives as a free, unresisting buffet for any animal that walks by, and you think humans are the apex predators? You spend 30% of your existence functioning like a dropped hot dog on the sidewalk. Now that you are paralyzed and helpless, the real horrific maintenance begins. Why do we need this coma? Because being awake is highly toxic. Just by thinking, scrolling TikTok, and stressing over your meaningless job, your brain cells burn energy. And when they burn energy, they produce metabolic waste, literal biological trash. One of these trash byproducts is called amyloid beta. I call it the dementia juice. If this stuff builds up, your brain literally turns into a sponge, and you forget your own name. One of these trash byproducts is called amyloid beta. I call it the dementia juice. If this stuff builds up, your brain literally turns into a sponge, and you forget your own name. During the day, your brain is too busy keeping you from getting hit by a bus to clean up this trash. The garbage piles up. Your head is basically a crowded NYC alleyway in July. So when you go to sleep, your brain does something incredibly disturbing. The brain cells physically shrink. They squeeze themselves tightly together to create empty space in your skull. Then, your body opens the floodgates. Cerebrospinal fluid, basically biological bleach, rushes into your head, washing through your brain like a high-pressure power washer cleaning a dirty driveway. It flushes all the Alzheimer's juice and toxic proteins out of your skull, down your spinal cord, and straight into your liver to be destroyed. You aren't dreaming of a better tomorrow. You are lying paralyzed in the dark, while your body aggressively pressure washes your gray matter so your brain doesn't poison itself to death. And while this horrific internal car wash is happening, what is your consciousness doing? It's experiencing REM sleep. People love to romanticize dreams. Oh, dreams are the language of the soul. Dreams are deep subconscious messages. Shut up. No, they aren't. Dreams are just your brain's graphics card glitching out while the hard drive is defragmenting. When you sleep, your prefrontal cortex, the logical, rational part of your brain, completely clocks out. It goes home. It leaves the building. What's left in charge? The amygdala, the emotional, primitive, panicked monkey brain. And this monkey decides to play director with your random memories from the day. Your brain is basically running the cheapest, most garbage AI video generator on the market. It just mashes random data together because there is no adult supervision. That's why your dreams are so incredibly stupid. I was in my high school, but it was also a submarine, and my boss was there, but he was a giant speaking dog. That's not a deep psychological message, bro. That's just your neurons misfiring and trying to render a scene using corrupted files. You are watching a daily, low-budget, unskippable ad inside your own eyelids. And let's talk about the nightmare RNG. The drop rate for terrible dreams is completely rigged. Evolution programmed your brain to run threat simulations to keep you sharp. That's why you always dream about your teeth crumbling out of your mouth, or showing up to an exam naked, or falling endlessly into a void. Your brain is torturing you. It is locking you in a dark room, paralyzing your limbs, and forcing you to play a VR horror game just to make sure the software still works. But the real comedy starts when the biological software actually glitches. Enter sleep paralysis. Sometimes your brain wakes up, but it forgets to send the unparalyze email to your spine. You are fully conscious, trapped inside a meat prison that refuses to respond to your commands. And because your panic center is still running the dream software, your brain tries to explain why you can't move by rendering a literal demon sitting on your chest. You aren't experiencing the paranormal. You are just experiencing a lag spike in your central nervous system. Your meat suit blue screened. And what if you just refuse to sleep? What if you pull an all-nighter to hustle and grind? Congratulations. You are actively choosing to let the trash pile up. If you stay awake for 48 hours, the dementia juice saturates your prefrontal cortex. You start hallucinating while awake. Your micro-expressions drop. You lose the ability to form memories. Your immune system shuts down. You are basically a walking, decaying zombie running on an emergency battery that is sparking and catching fire. If you don't sleep for a week, you will literally, medically die. Your brain will just pull the plug on the heart to save itself from the toxicity. So let's review the grand, majestic human experience. Every 16 hours, your body gives you an ultimatum. Go into a vulnerable, paralyzed coma, or I will kill you from the inside out. You spend 1/3 of your entire life practicing how to be a corpse. If you live to be 90 years old, you will have spent 30 years, 3 solid decades, doing absolutely nothing but lying in a dark room hallucinating about your high school math teacher. You aren't a relentless, unstoppable apex predator. You are a biological Tamagotchi that needs to be reset every single day or else it dies in its own filth. Sleep isn't peaceful. It's a forced system update that you can't skip. It's your body reminding you that consciousness is exhausting, and existing is a biological burden. You aren't waking up feeling refreshed. You are just a survivor of a nightly chemical pressure washing. So tonight, when you fluff your little pillows and pull up your blanket, just remember, you are just turning off the simulation before the motherboard melts. Sweet dreams, bro. Hope the RNG doesn't drop a sleep paralysis demon on you tonight.